I'm not holding my breath. Double, triple, quadruple checking that this is working properly. I wasn't convinced that it is at first, but it is. It's working good now. I know the lighting's awful. Just trying to remember where the lamp was that I had my hands on only a few hours ago. But at the moment, I am rearranging everything, including, as you can see, my hair. So yeah, what's going on? So many people testing this new app out, HAPS, HAPPS, if you haven't already learned about it. And it's possible that you haven't, because although I'm broadcasting on HAPS, it's also being relayed and simulcast to YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. And for the time being, until it's sunset in spring 2021, we're also broadcasting to Periscope, apparently. At least if this broadcast isn't going there, certainly the ones over the next few days will be, that's for sure. So, yeah, how's things been for you people? As I speak, today, of course, it is the 20th of December, Sunday, 2020, and well, only a few days until the big one for a lot of people to celebrate, although at the moment here in the UK, across the various regions, it's not looking good at all, because we went into what we call a tier 4 lockdown regarding COVID-19, and whereas the government only approximately 5 days ago announced that people would be allowed to mix between households, because the way the pandemic continues to spread, and there's a new strain of the virus as well, apparently, and it's more severe when it comes to the ease at which it spreads. So it means now the government did a U-turn approximately 36 hours ago, just 3 days after their initial decision of, oh yes, it's fine, there shouldn't be a problem with people spending time together and socializing over the special period. And now suddenly they've U-turned and told everyone, no, that can't happen, you cannot mix. Most of the people across the UK cannot mix with their family or friends if they're living in a different abode. Really useful, eh? If you're wondering what I'm doing here at the moment, I'm just double, triple checking that this app is working, this broadcast is working, and it seems like it's doing okay, all things considered. Very concerned because the signal strength of the internet. I'm working on it at the moment, but it should be plenty in order for me to be broadcasting this to you in at least some reasonable quality. But there's a signal meter on here, and it literally goes from 1 bar to the maximum 4 bars, just like that. Although, as I said that, for the first time I see it, it's just jumped now to 2 bars of signal strength. Even though I'm actually on 2 internet signals at the moment. We're combining them, bonding them together, Wi-Fi and 3-4G, and I can hear myself back. Combining, bonding together, Wi-Fi and awesome stuff. But what I do notice is that the app is flashing and flickering like it did previously, and I don't think that that is just my version of the app here broadcasting. I think that's actually it's not just my screen. I think the actual broadcast, you've got plenty of flashes on it, and I think I just saw one on here on the device that I'm looking at it back on. We'll see that in just a second. I'm just going to double check that while I have the opportunity. Here we go. There's a bit of delay, of course, with this streaming, and yeah, definitely flashing, flickering, and possibly on the audio if I was to listen for longer. Also farting as well. Terrible. Perish the thought. Right, let me get back onto the HAPS app. I don't see your comments there at the moment, people, but that's not the end of the world. A lot of you don't like commenting. You just like stealthily watching, sitting there in the background. You can comment on any platform, and I should be able to see your comments right now. Let me just press the magic button here. Interesting. So It is. Well, when we went live, of course, it was 11:11 p.m. as the title says here, across the UK in our time zone where I currently am, and it's dark out, it's cold out, it's definitely winter, and a new week looming in a handful of hours. It will be time to wake up and start Monday morning for me. Hello to you. That's the Buckeye State in the USA monitoring our broadcasts. Hello to you. It is a good evening. It's very warm in the room that I'm in at the moment, which makes a change because sometimes it's a little cooler. I've even had to open the window just for a brief time because he had built up today the heat in here. As I say, I've mentioned over the last couple of broadcasts, I've tried to, as it's been a weekend, as this is broadcast. What I mean from that last comment is, for those of you that are new, I always am mindful that people could be watching this at any point in the future. And although it's nighttime locally and it's the weekend just coming to an end, you could be watching this on a Wednesday in Barbados on the beach, bright sunlight, and thinking, what's he talking about? It's awesome weather. And it's 90 degrees. Audio's good. That's good to hear, but it is flashing, isn't it? You do see the flashes. As I just said that, I think there was another flash. And I think if it's not an inherent problem with the app overall, then I'm going to have to delete it and reinstall it on my digital device if that continues. But all in all, I'm very happy with this HAPS app. And again, if you're watching on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Periscope, any other platform, head over to happs.tv. That's the website, and you can sign up there, and certainly follow me on HAPS, as well as, out of all the other platforms, I would say Facebook and Twitter. Yeah, because then you won't miss a thing, and you'll keep up to speed on a relatively decent timeline as to what's happening here in my world and the other people that I speak with. I'm thinking this app, still trying to figure it out, the bits and pieces. Yes, well, it's very taxing for a lot of us, isn't it there, Brenda? But I'm sure you'll get the hang of it by the end of 2025. Yes. I wonder what the world will be like in 4 or 5 years' time. I do hope we'll be looking back saying how ridiculous everything was regarding the pandemic. That will be history and in the books as such. But the way things are happening at the moment in the news, and I'm listening to it on and off as I carry on about my chores, people are now saying that we're in the age of the pandemic. Certain professionals are suggesting, meaning that there's going to be an ongoing problem with, if not various strains of COVID-19, then other pandemics. Yeah. Anyhow. I do wonder where everyone else is at the moment. I'm wondering if any notifications went out. Did you receive a notification when I went live? And if so, what platform did you see the notification from? I got a feeling that you're going to say, yes, you received the notification over there in Ohio, USA, which means that everyone following me would have done. And I think it came from the app, which is HAPS, yeah, rather than any of the other platforms that we're simulcasting to. And the metaphorical drum roll as I wait for the reply. I wonder. Do share, like, and follow, please, everyone, so that those that aren't aware of this channel are made aware. And for those of you that aren't too sure what this is all about, because it just seems like I'm in a bare room and just talking about nothing specific other than the health situation across the globe at the moment. Well, there's nothing specific to speak to you about at the moment that I need to say or think you'd be interested in. Well, apart from the next 2 points related to said COVID-19. But generally speaking, going forward, we'll be showing you sights and sounds of out and about wherever I happen to be, currently in and around London, England. And, well, as I say, if you follow, you'll be surprised as the new year progresses, 2021, certainly. Thanks for the clarification. Now, I was correct, is what you meant to say. It's very simple. In capital letters, of all, come on now, of all the opportunities, you could have said, yes, Martin, you are correct, ... Again. Not always, of course, I hasten to add. We're only mortals after all. So, yeah, what I was going to mention what is significant, guys and girls, is that, of course, again, as I speak now, we're almost at the end of the year 2020. Still, we haven't a full agreement settled regarding this Brexit. Oh, what a word. So annoying every time you hear it now. But the UK leaving Europe, they're still trying to dot the I's, cross the T's. And apparently at the moment, it's all about allowing other countries in and around British waters. Yeah, because once we leave the European Union on December the 31st at 11:59 and 59 seconds, and this new era begins. So Europe wants to be assured that they can still have a piece of the pie that is the fish and other creatures in the waterways around the UK. And right now, the Prime Minister, Boris Johnson, yeah, I think you've seen him before with a red nose on at your local big top. And yeah, he's still trying to agree everything so it goes ahead smoothly. But we've only got what, you can't even count the days now. It's just hours really until, in terms of working days left until the end of the year. And well, quite frankly, they already know. Everyone knows what's going on. It's all theatre. It really is. They knew weeks ago how it was going to sort of turn out and what needed doing or not and discussing. But anyway, whatever happens, January the 1st, 2021, the UK will stand alone once again and be, well, no longer a part of the European Union. And then we have the complexities, of course, that Northern Ireland is part of the UK, yet there was a problem because it borders Ireland, and so any products going across the borders would normally need to be checked. Any of the vehicles going from the Republic of Ireland to Northern Ireland, but of course there's been political unrest there for many years, and the last thing that the people of Northern Ireland and the Republic of Ireland want is another border stuck up between them, all for the purposes of goods travelling internationally to and from the UK and Europe. So they've had to change the border and make that the Irish Sea, which separates Ireland to Northern Ireland and the rest of Great Britain, or from Great Britain, I should have said the rest of the UK, but it separates England, Scotland and Wales from the previously mentioned countries, and that's the way around it they've decided. Anyway, am I babbling now? I think I am. At least, as I say, we've given it a good old test, and I'm pretty happy with the way HAPS is working at the moment. Wonder where everyone else is at the moment. Interesting, because again, as well, I'm not sure how this broadcast. It's very difficult with discovery on HAPS. So people, if they want to know what's live right now at this moment in time, certainly Periscope, which is again going to be sunset in the next few weeks. The great thing about it is you can head over to the map of the world and see what's live and where exactly. And a lot of people like to do that. And hopefully they will be introducing the map very soon. I know they are on HAPS. That is definitely happening. You're going to have a map and a globe where you can see all the broadcasts taking place. But I think they're pretty overloaded at the moment with their little bugs that are there and making sure that the overall user experience is good when it comes to broadcasters, certainly the back end of the broadcasting app. So yeah, they'll be working plenty over the coming days, even though it is the holiday season, and then the new year, of course. Did you organise anything like you said you were going to do today? I've started to, but bearing in mind now it's 25 minutes past 11 p.m. as I speak, local time. I probably only started about 90 minutes ago on what I really had to sort out. And it's happening, which is good because now I've got things underway. I can continue doing that. But yeah, I haven't had a great weekend actually. I've been very lethargic, certainly today. And I woke up, went back to sleep, woke up, went back to sleep. And disgracefully, I don't think I really had things underway until about 2 p.m., 3 p.m., quite frankly. But then I had a very late night last night, 4 o'clock, something like that. So yeah, all things considered, it's all in sort of, I was going to say in perspective, but you know, yeah, it's going to be a good week ahead, certainly. I'd like to go out and about with this app and broadcast to the world. I say I'd like to, nothing stopping me other than deciding where to go. And also, of course, you're only allowed to travel where I am at the moment in this region and part of the UK. You're only allowed to travel if it's essential travel. Otherwise, you've got to stay at home. So unless you're heading out for some food, yeah, or if you have to go to work and you can't work from home, haha, then you can go out. And I would suggest that this is important work that I have to do to serve the world and show everyone the sights and sounds of, well, locally and wherever else I happen to be. So maybe that will happen over the coming days. Sorry to hear that, says, oh, it's not as bad as, listen, life's good. We might have a pandemic, but we're healthy, luckily, still, a lot of us, and we're keeping out of trouble. And overall, as I say, we know where our next meal's coming from. We have a roof over our head. We have electricity for when the dark hits us at these short days. By the way, of course, it's only a handful of hours, stroke days, before the shortest day of the year. It starts becoming light again, doesn't it? That's scary. What will they do if they catch you out not working? Throw handcuffs on you. $125 fine for the first offence. Then it jumps up to about $500 for the second offence. And if you're a business and, for example, say you're a club or a bar and it shouldn't be open, and you have an underground event space and you're found to be allowing people in there on a Friday, Saturday night, as happened, I think, this weekend. I'm just trying to remember where it was. I used an illegal rave or something. And as someone commented on the radio when they reported on it, and they were saying how the problem was the police turned up, it was an illegal rave, and it didn't help with the blue police lights flashing, because it just helped to add to the atmosphere, crazily. But yes, if you are a business, you can be fined up to something like 10,000 UK pounds sterling. What's that these days? 12,000. I should say $11,111, perhaps. People will understand that have been following me for quite a while what I mean when I pick that particular figure. Wow, yikes. You're definitely in the USA, aren't you, with a comment like that? If it isn't ew or yikes, yeah, no way. And me too. We've got to be careful with that one, but I didn't put it out as a hashtag on that occasion. And yeah, certain expressions are very, very prevalent over in the US when it comes to English compared to British English. Yeah, as we know, separated by a common language. Are we? Right, I'm out of here, people. If you're watching on the replay, please do follow on Haps, and things are going to get much better for all of us. The light is at the end of the tunnel, and as I say, despite the people that are supposed to be in control and charge at the moment of our nations, a lot of them, I can't think of one, or I can actually. I'm glad, and I'm glad I stopped myself and thought for a split second more. I can think of one leader who I can speak positively of, highly positively of, I think, really, and that's the Australian Prime Minister. And I don't think it's a coincidence that she is indeed female. So yeah, they generally have got things weighed up well. I did say Australia, didn't I? And I think that was a big faux pas. I think I was referring to New Zealand. And yeah, that's a bit like getting the USA mixed up with Canada, almost, some would say. And then the Australians and the New Zealanders will be saying, what are you talking about? How can you put the two things together? Well, I think you can, a bit like some people will have anyone from the Republic of Ireland mixed up with someone from another part, or anywhere in the UK, rather. Yeah. So there we go. I am indeed going to sleep well. It's nice that you're getting rid of me before I even say goodbye, but thank you very much. You sleep well as well, and look after yourself, all of you. Again, if you're watching on the replay, please do share, like, and follow, particularly follow. And yeah, all things good here. Thanks very much, everyone, and I'm pleased that this has held up. I'm impressed, even though it was flashing. I can't remember if you said that it was flashing on your end, the picture. Just a few, every now and then the screen flashes, but we'll keep monitoring that over the coming days. Thank you all. Bye bye for now.